We're going to start out with question 17. I forgot to mark all of these, so. Okay, question 17. Dak has a quarter, a dime, a nickel, and a penny. How many different amounts can be obtained using one or more of the coins? So basically, no matter what you choose, what combination of coins you choose, you're not going to get the same value. So basically, there are no duplicates. That being said, for each coin, you only have two options. You can only either choose the coin or not choose it. So there are 4 coins, so we multiply 2 by 2 4 times. So that's 2 times 2 times 2. And then you have to subtract it by 1 because one of the possibilities is that you don't choose any of the coins, so that's not ideal. And this is just equal to 16 minus 1, which is 15. $20. Yeah. First of all, we're gonna look at this first statement here. So the arithmetic mean of A and B is 6.2. So basically 6 plus B divided by 2 is 6.2. Wait, what did I just say? I meant A plus B. And then B plus C divided by 2 is 7.3. A plus C divided by 2 is 4.3. And from all of these, we can cross multiply like this to get, wait, hold on, let's not do that yet. First, let's separate these fractions. So this is essentially equal to A over 2 plus B over 2. This is equal to B over 2 plus C over 2. This is A over 2 plus C over 2. So looking at all of these, if you add all of these together, then you'll get A plus B plus C. Since you have all of these C over 2's, they'll all add up to 1. So if you add up all of these, you'll get A plus B plus C. So since we know the means of all of these, then we can add all of those up to get our answer. So A plus B plus C is equal to 6.2 plus 7.3 plus 4.5, and that's equal to 18. Next, we're going to do 22. So 22 is asking which digit should replace A in the units place to make it divisible by 6. So if a number is divisible by 6, then that just means that it has to be divisible by 3 and 2. And obviously, for a number to be divisible by 2, then it just has to be even. And then for a number to be divisible by 3, then all the digits of the number have to add up to some multiple of 3. Good. So the first thing we're going to do is add up all of these digits. 7 plus 8 plus 8, 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then plus A. This adds up to 44 plus A. And now obviously a has to be a positive integer. And so this value, 44 plus a, can be equal to either 45, 48, or 59. And all of these numbers are multiples of 3. They're all divisible by 3. So from this, we can see that a is equal to either 1, 4, or 7. Now, since we want it to be divisible by 6, that means a has to be an even number. And the only even number here is 4. So that's our answer. Okay. 23. No, we're not doing 23. Just count all the rectangles. 24. Okay. This problem just requires a bunch of crossing out stuff, canceling and stuff. So first of all, we're gonna try to take out all the 2's from the denominator, and we're gonna get, if we take out all the 2's from the denominator, we'll get 1 over 2 to the power of 10, since there are like 10 things here. And we're gonna get 1 times 2 times 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then our thing on top will be the same. 15, 17, 19. Okay, now we can start crossing some stuff out. So we can get rid of all the same numbers, identical numbers from the numerator and denominator. And that means we'll be getting rid of the 1, the 3's, the 5, the 7, and the 9. So we're left with this. Okay. Move these closer. And now our denominator are all multiples of 2. So we can take out all the 2's again. And then we'll get, so there are 5 numbers in the denominator. So we're going to add 5 to 10. So that's 15. And now our fraction looks like 11 times 13, 15, 17, 19 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to do some more canceling. We're going to take out this 15 along with the 3 and the 5. And let's just get rid of this one. Now our denominator is divisible by 2 again. So we can take out all the 2's. And we're going to get 2 to the power of 18, and then multiply all of this. So now we have made this fraction into this form. Basically, this thing is the P, and then the 18 here is the Q. So we want the sum of P and Q. So basically we want all of this plus 18. And you can solve this out to get 4, 6, 2. Yeah, that's your answer. Okay, 25. So 3 employees are trying to split a bonus, and we want to find out how much is the bonus. So we're gonna first let T be the total value of the bonus. Total value of bonus. So we know that Armin, we're going to call him A. Armin gets 10 more than 1/3 of the total amount. So basically 1/3 times T total plus 10. And then Bernardo, B. Bernardo gets $3 more than half of what was left from Armin. So we have to do 1/2 times T minus A plus 3. And we can plug in A. We can substitute A into here. So we'll have 1/2 times T minus 1/3 T plus 10 and plus 3. So this you can simplify it and you'll get 1/2 T minus 2. Now Carson gets 25. So T, our total, is just equal to A plus B plus C. So we can add all of these together and we can solve for T. So 1/3 T plus 10 plus 1/2 T plus 2 plus 25. All of this is equal to T. I'm running out of space. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So we can solve for T. We can combine, we can simplify this long, weird thing, and we can get 2/3 T plus 33 is equal to T. And now you can just solve for T and you'll get T is equal to 99. That's your answer. Yeah. 26 is next. And basically you want to find the slope of the two lines. These two lines are parallel. So they have the same slope. So let's just let's draw a circle first. And then let's pretend that this is 0.25 and this is 0.813. And since it is parallel, they're parallel lines. Well, the tangent lines are parallel. So it looks something like this. And this is just the center of the circle. See? Okay. So since we know that the lines are tangent to the circle, then that just means that if you connect the tangent point with the center of the circle, you'll form a right angle or a perpendicular line thing. So this is the same for the other line. And now you know that basically these two radiuses, let me switch colors. these two radiuses, they connect together to form a single line. A line that crosses through the center. So basically it's the diameter. And we can actually find the slope of this line since we know the points. And if we can find the slope of this line, then we can find the slopes of these lines, since the relationship between the black lines and the red line is a perpendicular relationship. So the slope of the red line can be used to find the slope of the black one. So for the red diameter line, the slope will be 13 minus 5 over 8 minus 2. That is 6 and 8, which simplifies to 4 over 3. Now that we have that slope, the slope of the red line, we can take the negative reciprocal of it to find the slope of these black lines. So the negative reciprocal would be negative 3/4. And that is your answer. Okay. 27. For a particular list of 4 distinct integers, the mean, median, range are all the same. So you have 4 different integers, and you know that the smallest one is 10, and we want to find what the largest one is. So we're going to call this A, B, C. We know that the mean is equal to the median, so we can express that as 10 plus A plus C and plus B divided by 4 is equal to A plus B divided by 2. So since there's an AB here, then we can subtract A plus B over 4 by both sides to get 10 plus C over 4 is equal to A plus B over 4. So now we can see that 10 plus C is just equal to A plus B. Okay, I'm gonna move some stuff around again. Okay, and we also know that the median is equal to the range, so we can express that as A plus B over 2 is equal to C minus 10. And now we can see that A plus B is equal to 2C minus 20. We can use this. We'll use this and plug it in here. So 10 plus C is equal to 2C minus 20. And you can just solve for C. You'll get C is equal to 30, and C is also our largest integer, which is what we want. And that's our answer. Okay, 28. Oh, another circle. Okay, I'm gonna draw a picture real quick. Oops. You have center P, and then chords. That looks not accurate, but okay. Close enough. Yeah. And then we're gonna just connect this. Okay. So we have chords AB and DC. So we know that AD is equal to AE. Oh, this is E. AD is equal to AE is equal to 3, ED is 4, and BC is 5. Okay. Let me zoom in. 3, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you can barely see that. Oops. So we want to find the area of triangle BCE. That's this thing. And yeah. So first you have to recognize that triangles ADE and CBE are similar. You have to recognize that, or else you can't solve the problem. And they are similar because of some chord theorem formula, some chord theorem that I don't remember. You'll probably learn it, or you already learned it. But yeah. So since they're similar, that means that we can find the ratio between these two triangles, and conveniently CB and AD are corresponding sides. So that means the ratio of one side of this triangle is 5/3 times the length of that. So this means that the area of CBE is 5/3 squared times the area of ADE. Area ratio. And now we can just find the area of ADE, and then we can multiply it by the area ratio to find the area of CBE. So the area of triangle ADE, we're going to use Heron's formula. And Heron's formula basically says that the area of some triangle, if you know the side lengths of all, well, if you know all the side lengths of a triangle, then you can solve for its area. So basically, S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C is the area of a triangle. So A, B, C are the side lengths, and S is equal to A plus B plus C divided by 2. S is called the semi-perimeter, I think. Yeah, semi-perimeter. That's Heron's formula. I'm going to move that here. And conveniently, we know all the side lengths of ADE. So we can solve for the area. First, we're going to want to find our S, our semi-perimeter, and that will just be 3 plus 3 plus 4 divided by 2, or 5. And then we can just plug it all into Heron's formula. To get 5 times 5 minus 3, 5 minus 3, 5 minus 4. And you can solve this out and you'll get root 20. Let's simplify the root 5 times 2. And now, hold on. Well, let me do some rearranging. Now, we can multiply 2 root 5 by the ratio of the areas. 5 over 3 times 2 to the power of 2. And we'll get something like 50 root 5 times over 9. And that is your answer, since you can't simplify it anymore. Okay, 29. There are two values of x such that, yeah, okay. What's the absolute difference? So first, we're gonna rearrange this fraction. First of all, this numerator is just equal to x minus 19 plus 1. So that's just equal to like 1 plus 1 over x minus 19. And this is equal to 1 over 6. So you have two cases. Case one is when 1 plus 1 over x minus 2019 is equal to positive 1 over 6. So you can solve for x here. Yeah, you can solve for x. We're gonna subtract 1 from both sides to get this, and then we're gonna cross multiply. Well, we're not gonna cross multiply. We're gonna flip these fractions around to get x minus 2019 is equal to negative 6 over 5. And then we can find that x is equal to 2019 minus 6 over 5. And we're just going to leave that there. Case 2 is when 1 plus 1 over x minus 2019 is equal to negative 1 over 6. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to solve for x. So, yeah. And we get x is equal to 2019 minus 6 over 7. Okay. Running out of space again. Okay. Good enough. Now we want the absolute difference between these two values of x. So that's just 2019 minus 6 over 5 minus 2019 minus 6 over 7. So these 2019s will cancel each other out. So you're left with absolute value 6 over 5 minus 6 sevenths. And you can solve for that to get 12 over 35, which is your answer. All right, last question of the day. 30. I think we'll need some space here. Okay, 30. So we want to find the probability that this happens, okay? Okay, so first of all, if you have 6 standard 6-sided die, then the sum, the S sum, your only possibilities are values of 6 through 36, since the max value is 6. So 6 times 6 is 36. And then your minimum value is 1, and 1 times 6 is 6. So if your S is equal to 36, we're just going to be doing casework now. If your S is equal to 36, that means that S times 42 minus S will be equal to 36 times 6. That's equal to 216, which is less than 279. So that's good. That satisfies this condition. And the only way you can roll a sum of 36 is when all of your die are equal to 6. So the probability of doing that is, well, there's only one way of doing this. So 1 times the probability of actually rolling a 6. So you have 6 die, you have 1/6 chance of rolling a 6. So yeah. Next, S equals 35. Your sum is 35. That means that you have 35 times 7, which is equal to 245. That is less than 297, so that works. The only way you can roll a 35, or the only way you can have a sum of 35, is when you roll 5 6s and 1 5. So the probability of doing this is, well, basically you just have to choose which die rolls the 5, which is just 6 times 6, choose 6. Wait. 6, choose 1. Combination 6, choose 1. Yeah, it doesn't really matter for all the other die since they're all 6s. So yeah. Probability of doing this is also 1/6 times 6 to the power of 6. And this is basically just 6 times that. Okay, case 2. Case 3 is when your sum is 34. We're going to check if that works real quick. And it is less than 297, so it works. There are 2 ways of getting a sum of 34. One way is having 5 6s and 1 4. So the probability of doing this is the same as this one. So just 6 times 1/6 to the power of 6. And then the other way of having a sum of 34 is when you have 4 6s and 2 5s. So the probability of doing this is, well, the simplest way, first we have to count how many ways we could have 4 6s and 2 5s. And basically we just have to choose which die roll a 2. So that's combination 6, choose 2. And the rest would just be 6s, so it doesn't matter. And then we multiply that by this. This is just 15 times that. Okay. Okay. S equals 33. If 33 times 9, which is equal to 297, and 297 is not less than 297, so this does not work. We can ignore it. Now, you also have cases where S is equal to 6, and you have 6 times 42 minus 6, which is just 6 times 36. This is just the same as that. So the probability for 6 when S is equal to 6 is just this as well. And the same goes for when S is equal to 7. You have 7 times 35. We'll just use this probability. And then when S is equal to 8, you have 8 times 34. And we'll use these two probabilities. So basically, we just take all of these probabilities, take these, multiply by 1/6 to the power of 6, since they all have that. And then you have to multiply all this by 2. That's for these. And now all you have to do is just solve for this big equation. And eventually you'll get 7/5,832. And that is your answer.